On today's episode of Hearing Tech News with Mark Trong, I'll be comparing the top 3 hearing amplification apps and letting you know why I would recommend Chatable. We'll be comparing the features and functions of Apple's Live Listen against Google's Sound Amplifier against Chatable Apps' Chatable Clear Conversation. So with a lot of us, even with or without a hearing loss, we can definitely find it really challenging to understand speech and noise. So what these apps aim to do is they aim to amplify the sound which goes in through this phone's speakers and amplify them through these headphones. Just a quick disclaimer before I start, Chatable Apps did send me out these AirPod Pros to try out their app on iPhone, but I'm not bound to say anything, and they did not review this video before it went up. The first app we'll be looking at is Live Listen by Apple. Apple's Live Listen is available for iPhone 6s or greater, running at least iOS 12. It does not have any background noise reduction, so it will be amplifying every single sound, including the speaker's voice. And it only works with AirPod and AirPod Pros, not wired headphones. The next app I want to be looking at is Google's Sound Amplifier. One of the major benefits with Google Sound Amplifier is that it's completely free. Google's Sound Amplifier works with both wired and Bluetooth headphones. However, I would highly recommend using wired headphones as the delay introduced by Bluetooth headphones can be quite jarring. Sound Amplifier also has a noise reduction function. You can either choose high, medium, or low. One thing I found with it is that it does introduce quite a bit of hiss, so you have to keep this in mind when you're using Sound Amplifier. The great thing with Google Sound Amplifier is you're able to adjust ears separately. So if you want to increase the volume for your left ear, but you don't want to increase the volume for your right, you can do that. And you're also able to fine tune it. Lastly, I wanted to have a look at Chatable Apps, which is available for both iPhone and Android. On the iPhone side, it works well with both AirPods and wired headphones. If you do have one of the newer hearing aids made for iPhone, you are able to connect directly with your iPhone and stream off Chatable Apps just like a remote mic. And on Android, it works best with wired headphones. However, if you are on a Google Pixel, you can use AirPods, and I think that also works pretty well. So in Chatable, you have two sliders. The one on the left is the volume, and the second slider is noise. So if you bring this up, you'll get more noise, and if you bring it down, you'll get less noise. It's pretty intuitive, and it works pretty well. One thing to note, however, with Chatable is that you do need to pay to unlock the full features. One thing good, however, on iPhone is that you are able to try out the full features of Chatable by clicking on these padlocks and just pressing exit. It doesn't work on Android, which I'm using now, but if you do that, it does unlock the full features for, I think, about 24 hours. So in my experience, Chatable works best, especially in loud background noise. It does have this weird warbly sound, which is a noise reduction, but I don't find that too annoying. Lastly, if this video was valuable for you, please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with a friend or colleague who could possibly benefit from a sound amplification app. I know a lot of us have a lot of troubles in background noise, whether we're at a family gathering or out of the restaurants or out of the pubs when we can go back into these kind of situations, and I just love to help you guys out.